Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the northern desert, just northwest of the Boundary Spillway, building a cliffside base. This build was suggested a while ago now by Eurosavite on my suggestions Discord channel, and it was requested with specific build pieces which I did indeed use, so thank you for the suggestion, Uru. Coming into this build, I can't lie, I was shooketh. I have nothing but bad memories of Treehouse Foundations, but no, this time had to be different. No, it was possibly even worse than last time. It all started out fine until I got towards the end of the build. My idea for this build was a relatively small base that spans across two cliff faces connected by a bridge. I definitely wanted to use some of these small waterfalls on this cliff near the bridge to make it a bit more interesting. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I'll start off by placing my Treehouse Foundations and the surrounding ceilings. I tried to keep the larger section to the left fairly square so I could connect the bridge from the first section to the second, building the second section out mainly with just wedges. Tree foundations are a massive pain when it comes to building, due to just generally not having enough stability to go around past a certain point. This can really mess up the build, and it can result in some weirdly shaped builds. On this build it affected the roof most, which you'll see later on. I managed to get the correct spacing for a 4-tile long bridge between the first and second section, which worked perfectly for what I was after. I also added a small section on the far left hand side of the left base section to extend it out a bit more. I also did the same on the far right side of the right section. I also adjusted the bridge to make it 3 tiles long rather than 4, so there was a little bit more room for manoeuvre when you enter the smaller section. Next I started to build up the walls. I tried to cover all sides of the base, including through the cliff face, creating a balcony on the front of the left side of the base and the right side, and building walls a total of 2 tiles high. Next I started to cover the floor with ceilings, and this is when I remembered just how much I despise Treehouse Foundations. As you can see, I am struggling to get the clipping for all the various pieces almost immediately, as the build is lacking stability where necessary, so I ended up having to remedy this with a lot of pillars, which you'll see as I struggle to cover this build with ceilings on both sides. I also built up a rising stair section on the left hand side of the base, which also proved just as problematic. I managed to connect the staircase section to an entrance platform that I'd use for on-foot entrance to the build, and also converted what was previously the roof into a balcony area. I covered the roof the same on the right side of the build, again with much difficulty, and built a small room on top, connecting the left and right sides on the top balcony level with another bridge above the one on the ground floor. Finally, I went underneath the left side of the build and built these sloping supports that I first tried out on my trading post build guide, though I unfortunately couldn't build the same supports on the right side. It's fine though, as the left side is larger and would, of course, theoretically need more support. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build, I've lit the build with hanging and wall braziers and added some planters outside for some variation in the environment. I've decorated the initial entrance area as a small area of relaxation where whoever lives here could speak and relax with visitors. Heading across the bridge, we reach the staircase column. Heading downstairs and out of the lattice door, we reach the balcony on the first floor. This area can feel a little bit cramped due to the size of the roof being fairly small, but it provides some great views across the surrounding environment. Crossing the bridge, we reach the top of the smaller section of the build. The room here is a small bedroom where the people who work in the workshop can relax and catch some sleep on their breaks. Heading downstairs, we reach the smaller balcony, which still provides great views across the environment, though obviously just a little bit lower. Behind the balcony is the workshop, where all of the hard work is done to produce various items and such for the base, along with producing armour and weapons to sell to travelling merchants. Entering the smaller section of the build, these are the small living quarters where both the main resident and the workers of the build can eat a good meal. Entering the bedroom, this is just a small, plain and simple bedroom. Nothing fancy here, just a place to rest your head. Finally, the smaller section balcony provides another great view across the northern desert. And there we have it, a cliffside base in the northern desert, just northwest of the Boundary Spillway. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to Urisavite for the suggestion. This build definitely reinforced my hatred for Treehouse Foundations. I'm pretty sure I won't be using them ever again if I can help it. Due to how restricted I was in this build, I feel that probably this isn't my best build, and you know, I'm not ashamed to admit that. Some builds are just not going to be as good as others, but yeah, I definitely don't see myself using Treehouse Foundations ever again. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, consider becoming a patron. There are multiple tiers of support from $1 to $20, offering many different benefits from a mention in every video to Discord roles, and even sneak peeks of new videos before anyone else. The link to my Patreon is always in the description, so if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to consider becoming a patron. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sadialot, Randar, Motals and Dawnfox. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.